Hello again, the paws, the people of the audience, my paws. How are you today? Working on just a simple old Black & Decker drill. Quite an oldie here. Just having simple issue with the trigger mechanism, actually is all it is. I got it initially, just kind of quick cleaned it out and slapped it together, and the trigger was giving me a little bit of trouble, and I should have paid more attention to it, because once I needed to use it, you know, right darn sure that's when it would give me issues, and that's exactly what it did. So I'm just taking it apart here, and I try to get this case off without killing everything. Whoa. There goes a brush. This thing might be toastered by the time I get done with it. The way it's going. Okay. I don't remember it splitting like this. Why was that such an issue? I'm going to stretch that out a little bit. I have to tighten it back up. A lot of times you just tighten these right around a rod. And they'll straighten back up. Still nursing a wound on my hand from my fight with the, got in a fight with my, two of my soldering irons when they were falling over. That felt pretty good. So, it's pretty nasty. That's all it needs. And the brush on this is the carbon brush that runs on these. If it's really chewed up, you're going to want to get in here. I don't know why this thing ain't coming apart like it should. Oh, this little terminal's holding it on. Man, I swore that it come right apart last time. There it goes. It just popped right on there. How did that stay in there? Naturally. Drop all these out. How in the world did that thing even stay in there? It's got me befuddled. I know I heard there. Heard one hit the floor. And there's one somewhere else. Who knows? These little carbon wipers here, brushes are called. Usually the springs fit right on them here. You see, give it a twist and it'll kind of should tighten right onto it. If you twist it, yeah, I gotta twist it the right way. Yeah, there it goes. Then usually you feed it right down from the outside. You take out the little plastic buttons here. Usually they'll have a screwdriver tip, little spot. You can put your screwdriver in them and unscrew them, typically plastic, and then you fit your brush down in there. And this needs to be curved to fit around the armature here. And if you see the armature's chewed up, you're going to want to probably run it by hand. And I'd say run like sandpaper on it. And then even probably get maybe a file that kind of conforms to that same curvature and file this out. If you can see, it's got that nice little curvature on it. You can see it there. To form right around that nice, and then it spits out. The juice makes the contact there, and that's them are sparks that you always see shooting around. When you look inside older equipment, typically, sometimes even newer ones, you'll see sparks if you look down inside, like the venting. Where did that? I just don't understand how that clipped in there. I don't see. Anyways. Another screw. Oh, Listen to my show.
You know, just the usual stuff. Wait a minute, all that running water, that's gotta be it. Mm-hmm. Brian, tell me about Lois. Lois. Well, she's a fantastic woman. She's compassionate and charming, attractive, well, stunning, really. I guess you could say I really love her. No, of course not. What, me and Lois? That's sick. I mean, come on, she's my best friend's wife. Mm-hmm. Look, I love Lois, but I'm not in love with her. Mm-hmm. Who are you trying to convince, Brian, me or you? Oh, Brian, what a mess. Don't get antsy, I got 3 minutes left. So what the hell, Brian, you cured yet? Because, you know, I don't want to have to live in a house with plastic on the furniture like some Italian family. My therapist thinks he's figured out what my problem is. Oh, yeah? What does Sigmund Freud think it is? He, thinks I'm in love. Oh, my God! You can talk! Never mind. Well, does this girl love you back? Oh, I can't imagine. You gotta find out for sure. You don't want to spend your life wondering what could have been.
Sir, I need a decision.
Salad. No, wait, soup! But it was too late. And to this day, I still lay awake at night wondering about the soup that got away. Thanks, Peter. I'm gonna go find out how she feels. I've taken you for granted. Oh, get a room.
Hey, you, the news is on.
Oh, where is everybody?
Stewie's taking a nap, and Peter and the kids are out. Come sit with me.
Oh, okay.
And now part 3 of Asian correspondent Trisha Takanawa's special report on sex.
Thank you, Diane. Sex. Some people have it anonymously. What kind of person would do that, you might ask? Well, I'm about to find out. I just picked up a complete stranger in a hotel bar, and he's in the bathroom right now, possibly doing drugs. Watch as I have sex with this potentially dangerous man as we take you in-depth and undercover.
I've never had a Spanish chick before. Ole.
It is so refreshing to see something other than violence on the news. Brian, your tail keeps hitting me.
If it's bothering you, I can stop.
It's okay. That breeze feels good. It's so warm in here. Ooh. That's better.
I'd take my sweater off, but I'm afraid it's attached to my skin. Smooth.
Well, I better go start dinner.
Well. How long have you been there? I came along right about the time you started pummeling her with your tail. You shut up. You love her. Ha! Oh, this is so good. It just has to be fattening. I said shut up. By the way, nice wrap. I'd take my sweater off, but I'm afraid it's attached to my skin. Ha ha ha! Imbecile.
Then Brittany and Amber were like, let's go to the mall. And I was like, okay, I'll go to the mall. But then Amber wasn't going to go, so I went to the mall, and you're not going to believe it. They both showed up.
Hold on, Meg, I'm sorry. That is a really boring story. I haven't been this bored since that stupid drive-in movie. This sucks. Lois, this pasta, better than Italy.
It's just my noodle caboodle. I did use a different brand of potato chips for the crust, though.
Your culinary prowess is surpassed only by your unfailing grace and the uncommon, sometimes haunting glow of sensuality that surrounds you.
It's just noodle caboodle.
Hey, what are these hard things?
M&M's. I ran out of paprika.
Magnificent. Up! Stewie wants to go uppy.
Oh, you want me to pick you up, sweetie?
Mama's skin's so soft.
My goodness, you're affectionate tonight. Well, let me give my big boy a kiss.
Another. Yes, Mama has candy kisses. All right, that's enough. I mean, would you all excuse me, please?
Stewie, did you unhook Mommy's bra?
Hi.
Well, hello, Brian.
I think we should talk.
Sure.
Lois, did your heart ever want to ask something, but your head was too afraid of what the answer might be?
Oh, God. Sometimes it's best not to ask those questions. Sometimes we should cherish what we already have, like a very special friendship. Let's say like the one you and I share that someone like me wouldn't change for anything in the world.
Someone like me wouldn't change it for anything in the world either.
I'm glad.
Okay, just to be clear, we were talking about me being in love with you and you rejecting me, right?
Yes.
I'm just making sure. Say we were both drunk and we knew we wouldn't remember.
I have to be really, really. No!
I tell you, Peter, I wish I'd taken this up years ago.
Yeah, you know, my great-great-great-uncle Angus Griffin invented the game. So we're all clear on the rules then. No Jews and no blacks. Hey! Oh, you're like the Arnold Palmer of golf.
Yeah, life is good. I'm 7 years old, and if I...
Hell are they talking about?
Start at just $3.99 with an incredible 60 months no interest. Make any room fresh and new for less. Super Saturday, special preview Friday at Raymore and Flanagan.
Denny's Super Slam is just $5.99.
$5.99? Are you out of your mind?
Eggs, hash browns, bacon, sausage, and buttermilk, or pumpkin pancakes.
Pumpkin pancakes? Are you out of your mind?
Still very much out of our minds.
Denny's $5.99 Super Slam. Upgrade to new pumpkin pancakes.
The Gates Vascular Institute, we're the only hospital that has an emergency pod just for stroke. When that patient lands in that pod, the entire stroke team is activated. We make a team decision and then we start effecting care, whether it's clot busters or stroke surgery.
Channel 2 closed captioning is sponsored by Custom Carpet Centers.
Well, coming into tonight's game, you'd think there was a lot on the line for the Sabres, and we're only a week into the season. But that's because any hint of optimism surrounding this team is something that fans want to hold on to, even if it's just baby steps, like the thought of a 3-game winning streak and being above 500 this early. After that opening ugly loss, the Sabres turned things around and won back-to-back games, looking for a third. But tonight, the Avs made sure that winning streak ended at 2. The Sabres got in a hole early tonight, hosting the Avalanche, allowing 2 power play goals in the first period, and the Avs kept rolling from there. Carl Soderberg makes it 3-zip before the period ends. That's how it stayed until late in the second period with Rasmus Dahlin. This was really the only positive moment for the Sabres tonight. Dahlin working along the boards, gets it to Nathan Beaulieu. He shoots and gets Buffalo on the board, and with that, Dahlin gets his first NHL point with the assist on Beaulieu's goal. The first of many to come for Dahlin. But back to the ugly now. The Sabres gave up 2 breakaway goals late in the game. This one from Nathan McKinnon, one of his 2 goals on the night. You just can't have that as the Avs win it 6-1.
I thought they were ready to play at the beginning of the game. And
A variety of full-flavored all-star meals.
now they're at home against a pretty good football team. You know, there's obviously some real urgency that is starting to occur for these teams to position themselves for a run late. Giants use their final timeout after that last carry by Clement. Flag down. And says Clement. Doug Peterson's got his team playing like he expected to start the year. Finally here tonight in week 6. Yeah. A lot of good things. I think a lot of it had to do with the opponent, but Carson Wentz has looked pretty good, and defense has done a nice job and beginning to do some of the things. on the offense. Two players were moving and did not get set before the snap. That penalty has been declined. Result of the play is third down. Doing the things that they wanted to address coming in, and then they just had not gotten off to fast starts. Last year they were constantly playing from a lead. This year they've been playing from a deficit. They go down, they get up a lead early in the game, and we kind of play the Eagles ball that we had grown so used to seeing last year. An Eagles chant here in the stands in Jersey. Here is Clement for a first down. Somehow Carson Wentz found Corey Clement in the midst of all those bodies and found him for 6 and a first down. Well, I think you look at this Giants defense, Joe, or Giants team in general, and you talked about them then going to Atlanta, but at 1-5. If they're having meltdowns when they were 1-3 last week, 1-4 this game, as they move through this year, this is going to be a task for Pat Shurmur, unlike anything he's had. And I know that he went through a couple tough years there in Cleveland when he was the head coach, but a few different personalities here, and that's gonna prove challenging. Smallwood gets to the 30 on first down. B.J. Goodson on the tackle. And Pat Shurmur's got his hands full with this group right now. And it is interesting. I mean, it's a new coaching regime, but yet it's the same Giants problems, basically. And it's what Ben McAdoo was trying to deal with last year, and that didn't go so well. And okay, Pat Shurmur comes in, but what's really different? And I still think it's a team that just does not have much of an identity. I think they will, like I talked about earlier. I think that will happen, but as of right now, I'm not sure what that would be. Fidel Smallwood, left side, thrown to the ground by Ogletree. They'll bring up third down. This team kind of has the feeling of an August preseason game, late that. Now even the Eagles have kind of joined in. Everybody just walking around, waiting to run down the clock. And it'll run down to the 2-minute warning. Before a third down and 12 from the 25. So with 2 minutes left in this game, no timeouts left for the Giants. And more questions about what Eli has left in the tank and what he's got in front of him with that offensive line. It'll be another week full of questions that they frankly talked about for the last couple of years. I mean, last year he was benched. That got all the headlines. McAdoo, the head coach. But when you're a guy with the stature of Eli Manning, that comes from ownership on down. That was not Ben McAdoo going rogue. There's no way. That's something that ownership has to say. MVP in the face of the franchise, and so they're kind of caught here in limbo and in between that. Well, and that's why last year when they did bench Eli, I just figured, okay. That wasn't the case. And then when there was the backlash about Eli's benching, then somebody had to be the fall guy, and it ultimately was Ben McAdoo and Jerry Reese. So it was a strange set of events that happened there. None of it made sense, but here they are, and they've got a lot of work to do. They benched him. They didn't even play the rookie, Davis Webb, who has since been cut. Third-round pick from a year ago. Geno Smith was the quarterback. Put it down to 12. Smallwood around the left side. He is dragged out of bounds to bring up fourth down by B.J. Goodson. Maybe the only drama left in this game, and Pat Shurmur was clear to separate drama from football in his post-game press conference a week ago, is whether Saquon Barkley, who is knocking on the door of a 100-yard receiving day to go with his 100-yard rushing day. He will get to that plateau and become the first Giants player ever to get there. 9 catches for 99 yards to this point. Beckham stays away. A couple of hops going backward. And spins out of bounds at the 10. A return of -8 after a 53-yard punt. Some of the pictures from tonight. Emotion. Both on the field, on the This game was close for about the first 10 minutes. Wayne Gallman in the backfield. He gets it. He gets 1 yard. The Giants came out of that game, even though they had their hearts broken with that last-second field goal in Carolina. I think pleased with the overall effort and thinking they could build on that. First down. Eli Manning has been under siege. And the sack department has been sacked 4 times. He's been hit a ton. Here's Beckham. Adam makes the stop with 38 seconds left, a gain of 6. Coming up next is the Buffalo Wild Wings post-game show. And we'll go back over what we've seen here tonight. Beckham's longest reception tonight is just 12 yards. So whatever they were able to do last week, they weren't able to replicate this evening. Pass to the tight end Simonson. That might end the night. And Nate Solder, I believe, is down back behind the play. And he is finally getting to a knee, limping back toward the line of scrimmage, and that's the end of the night. This was a very disappointing evening for the home team. Not for the visitors. Carson Wentz, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Alshon Jeffrey, 2 touchdown catches. For the Giants, Saquon Barkley, 229 total yards. He was awesome and fun to watch. Coming up next, the Buffalo Wild Wings postgame show. A final of 34-13. Eagles win it. Thanks for watching Thursday Night Football, presented by Bud Light.
I'm always going to be a maker, and I think a company is the coolest thing you can build.
Right, looks like success. That's just a couple loose wires in there. As they went up, if you could see, I'm not sure, I should have pointed it out, that around the trigger mechanism right in here, you had tape around the actual whole mechanism because it was kind of, the clips were kind of stretched. They're plastic. They wrapped around the side, little square clips like this, and you loosen it, pry them loose, and then they pop out.
Oh, nice. You would not believe how long I've been rehearsing that.
But they were pretty toast, so I taped it up. But just the wires are hanging out the back, just kind of floppy. So took care of that, and it good and strong. Till the next video. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening.
Here's to togetherness.